Okay, guys, I have something interesting to share with you guys today. So, in this one, I'm going to talk about my personal SMMA, my marketing agency business, quote unquote. And I actually want to show you guys something interesting. So, you know how in SMMA you get a cold call, right? Well, something I learned recently-ish was that when you cold call, now I'm in the chiropractor niche, right? So, when you cold call, especially for chiropractors, they're usually busy. You say you call like midday, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock p.m., they'll be busy with clients more most of the time, right? You'll get like a gatekeeper type person, like a front desk person who like does all the appointments and shit. Something I learned from this book, I want to show you guys. 4 Hour Work Week. I don't have the front cover because I took it off, but 4 Hour Work Week. My boy Tim Ferriss. I don't know how he knows. Kind of crazy. But he said somewhere in this book, I don't know the exact page, but he said somewhere in the book that to get past a gatekeeper, you call the business between the hours of 8 and 9 p.m. around that time, right? And at first I was like, I thought he was like just making some like random shit up. And so like at first I was like, it's probably like one of those like multi-million dollar like people things that they just say. But I decided to try it out one time, like last week or like a week and a half ago. I called one chiropractor at like 8:30, and someone picked up, and I said, "Oh, is this the owner of this chiropractor?" And they said, "Yes, this is actually the owner." And I'm not gonna lie to you, that kind of caught me off guard a bit. So I absolutely train wrecked that cold call. It didn't go very well. However, I was like, okay, this is interesting. And so that was like like a week and a half ago. Last week I cold called again because I'm like a pussy when it comes to cold calling. I'm not gonna lie. So I cold called last week, and I called some other chiropractor at like it was like around like 8 or 9 o'clock again, right? And again, the owner picked up one more time, which was very interesting. And so I was like, okay, this is a there's a little trend going on here. And so today, as time of was this like 11 p.m. I called a chiropractor this morning at like 8:45, closer to 9 o'clock, and I was like, "Hello, is this the owner of this chiropractor?" And he said, "Yes." And again, that caught me off guard so fucking bad. I had no clue what to say to the guy, but after like some like fumbling, I said, "Okay, let me just pitch my service, blah 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 blah," and he let me pitch my service. But it was such a weird trend. Like this book, I don't know how he knows, but I've called like 3 or 4 chiropractors between the hours of 8 and 9, and every single time the owners picked up. It's kind of crazy, actually. To give you some like or some reference, I've called, I've maybe cold called in total like 11. Let me pull up. I actually have the Google Sheets that I made of all the lists. I'm not gonna show it right here because that'd be a invasion of privacy. But I've called 7 chiropractors. I've called 3 of them between the hours of 8 and 9, and all 3 times the owner has picked up. The other ones, the other 4, I called between the hours of around 11 to 12 to like 1 ish. So this is interesting because the book is right, to say the least. So if you guys are doing SMMA, like learning from like the big gurus like Max Pearson or like Iman Gaji or like, people like that, dude, follow this book. Cause oh my gosh, it's so weird the way it works, dude. Um, I learned that through cold calling, you need a script, right? But it, the script has to seem like not automated, if that makes sense to you guys. You have to seem like you're not a bot, essentially, right? Like you can't like someone can just pick up the phone and say, "Hello, this is so and so working for this agency. I'm here to like sell you this service." Like no, like get that shit out of here because they're gonna hang up on you in like 3 seconds. What I do is I learned from this one YouTube video. It may not be a good idea to do, but what I learned was, and I tried this, when they pick up, you say, "Hey, is this the owner of whatever?" And they're like, "Yes or no." If they say no, I'm so sorry for you. Good luck. But if they say yes, I continue with, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is a cold call, and I'm here to pitch a service. And I tell them they can either hang up or listen to me speak. And most of the time, they kind of do hang up. But like today, for example, the guy let me talk. I mean, he didn't want my service, but he still let me talk, which was nice practice, actually. So God bless that guy. So, but I'm not sure if that's a correct way of going about cold calling, because I'm like new to this whole like spiel. But it's worked once, I guess. I have like the 3 times I've cold called people at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's worked like once. So I guess like a 33% conversion rate is not that bad conversion, quote unquote. Um, Although I need more data points to actually justify my or have like solid evidence. But yeah, from when I learned cold calling, you can't seem like an autonomous bot, or else they will hang up on you in like 3 seconds, like guaranteed, right? You have to seem human. You have to seem genuine. Make a connection. One guy I do watch a lot. I'm pretty sure y'all know him. I think his book is right here, actually. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Alex Hormozy. Oh my gosh, he's fantastic. I love him so much. He's very articulate. So he is good just for like business knowledge. I saw a video today where he describes like the art of persuasion and how to persuade someone during sales calls. Which, if you can get past like hooking them into a sales call, his his knowledge becomes very very valuable. Because I'm not sure if he makes any videos on like cold calling specifically. I don't think he has, but he makes videos on like what to say during like sales training essentially, right? So if you can learn the cold call and get them like to not hang up on you, then Alex Hormozy is probably god tier. Like, oh, it's crazy. Um, he was talking about how like persuasion make the other person seem like you're actually listening to them, you actually care about them. One interesting point I did learn was that he was talking about when you're cold calling and the other person's speaking, you want to A, acknowledge what they said, and B, well, acknowledge what they said to like, make them feel like they've been heard or like listened, because people love being, or people love talking and they want other people to listen, right? It makes them feel good. And B, you want to like restate what they said, essentially, to go back to like the whole like you heard them, right? Because people like love it when people just sit down and listen to them. So that was one thing I learned. It's a very interesting little skill to learn, cold calling. I think it's kind of cool. That book, actually, I showed $100 million offers plus 4 hour work week, of course. Fantastic books for sales. I would highly recommend those. I think I mentioned those previously in some like other videos I made. But yeah, the purpose of this video is cold calling. Yeah, I think I'm slowly but surely getting over like the whole being a pussy during cold calling, because I feel like I'm not sure if you guys have the same issue, but it's like I get like a little bit nervous, not for like the rejection part, but for the part of like they're going to reject me, so like what's the point of even doing it if I'm not getting results, which is a horrible way to like look at things, right? So I feel like that's one skill I need to work on. Um, yeah, it is kind of hard. I've only been doing like maybe a few cold calls a week. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna say in this video, as of today, what's today's date? April 18th, 2023. Oh, it's 11 p.m. So more like starting tomorrow. um, I'm gonna do at least one cold call a day. Mark my words. If I don't, y'all can like sue me or something. Please don't, but because I'm poor. But yeah, I mark my words in this video. I'm gonna do at least one cold call a day until I run out of clients that I can cold call. Because right now I have not very many left. Like one, two, three, four. I have like five clients left. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing one cold call a day at least. I need to make myself I need to hold myself accountable for like not being a bitch, because I have not made progress like at all in the past however so many months. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna just I think that's all I had for today actually. So if you guys found that valuable, cool. I'm very glad. Um, I've made 3 videos so far, so I'm pretty sure no one's watched them. But subscribe if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool too. But these videos are just for like compiling information and making it accessible as quickly as possible. Um, I'm not sure if I'm actually providing information, but I feel like I am. So it makes me feel good, I guess. But yeah, if you guys liked it, do your thing, the whole YouTube thing, and yeah, y'all have a good one.